Can you read Latin?
A little bit. I studied it in medical school.
I found a manuscript in the boiler room. I think it's in Latin. Take a look.
Okay, let's see. Yes, it's Latin. I'll see what I can understand. Here's the gist of it. Dear Duke, 20 years ago, a baby in a basket was left at your doorstep. The baby is your nephew. He is your sister Mary's illegitimate son. I couldn't tell you the truth then, but now that the baby's all grown up, I wanted to clear my conscience. Bridget, Mary's friend, April 3rd, 1905.
It must be in reference to the heir everyone's expecting. Earlier, I noticed a few scrolls with the Malgrey family tree. They must still be somewhere here, in the library. These are all the family records I could find. Now I have to organize them. Here are the ancestors of the Duke, Glenfield, even Mary. But the groundsman doesn't have ancestors. How strange.
So, young man, searching through old books again, are we?
Duke, so glad to see you. What can you tell me about the groundsman? Why aren't there any records about his ancestors?
That's because nobody knows anything about them.
He was left on our doorstep when he was a baby. The note in the basket only informed us that his name is Brandon.
It happened in 1886. I remember this very well because it happened just after my sister's tragic death.
Was your sister's name Mary?
Yes?
My dear Duke and Duchess, I believe I know the name of your heir. Please, gather everyone in the parlor, and I'll explain.
Are you joking?
I have never been more serious.
It turns out that Nurse Laura is a dear friend of mine. Who would have thought that this lovely young lady goes by the name Red Devil on the internet?
Well, I guess still waters run deep.
She asked me to tell you my blood type, and I couldn't refuse the Red Devil. I don't remember it, but it must be printed on my dog tags from the Great War. It's in a jewelry box somewhere.
Fields Type AB. Finally, it's time to go to the parlor. Thank you for gathering here. Let's get down to business. I'm offering you a deal. I'll tell you the name of the Malgrey heir. Then this castle will remain untouched. In return, you'll inoculate my boss against all diseases. Agreed?
First, you have to tell us the name of the heir.
Biting your boss is easy.
Brandon is your heir.
Brandon? Can you prove it?
Yes, I accidentally found this letter in the boiler room in a stack of waste paper used to light the furnace. It discusses the appearance of a baby in this castle over 100 years ago. That baby is groundsman Brandon. Though illegitimate, he is your sister Mary's son, sir, meaning he is all Malgrey, flesh and blood.
Then why didn't we know about this letter?
That I don't know, but I've not finished yet. A photograph was attached to the letter. It's a photo of Mary, a baby, and some gentlemen. Do you have pictures of Brandon as a baby? We can compare them, and you'll see that it's the same child.
Let's try that.
There are definite similarities, but all children look alike. We can't risk making a mistake.
If we had your blood sample, we could analyze the DNA to be sure.
Unfortunately, there is no blood sample in the castle, and getting it from me in my condition is quite impossible.
Could we use hair instead of blood? Somewhere in the parlor there must be a locket with a lock of the Duke's hair.
That should work. Science has proved me right.
Incredible. Michael, it looks like you've succeeded where we failed for 100 years. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
From this day forward, you shall always be a welcome guest here in the castle.
Glad to be of help.
We'll keep our end of the bargain. You can tell Mr. Rockwell that we'll cure him. Glenfield will take care of it. All we have to do is see Brandon, and we can finally depart from this world.
Michael, I need your help. Come to the storeroom with me. Michael, I've decided to write a will.
Are you retiring?
Yes. Now that the heir's been found, I'll leave with my masters. So I need the help of an experienced lawyer. I just couldn't decide how to allocate my possessions. Let's collect all my drafts. Then we can work on the final version. I like this version best. It's not written very clearly, though. Could you please edit it for me?
Thank you, Rover. I wasn't expecting this.
Don't mention it. What will I need this money for? Goodbye, Michael. Please make sure my money gets distributed. That's it. Time to go join my owners.
All right, let's get the money out. Looks like Rover wasn't a poor dog. Time to check on the boss. Glenfield, what's the matter? Is there a fire?
Looks like the burglar alarm went off.
Are we being robbed?
I doubt it. Burglars stay away from the castle.
Then turn off the alarm before I go mad.
Rover was responsible for security, but now he's gone. I don't even know where the control panel might be.
Do you know anything?
I know that it's somewhere here in the parlor.
Here's the control panel. Glenfield, do you know the code?
No, but I still have Rover's notes. They should contain some clues.
all those wires?
Looks like there's a problem with the wires, sir.
Glenfield, you just keep amazing me with your awe-inspiring powers of observation.
Well done, sir.
It's time to deal with Mr. Rockwell. Will it be difficult?
Not really. Let's go to the art gallery.
Gentlemen, we must quickly cure Mr. Rockwell. Go ahead, Glenfield.
For the conversion ritual, we'll need the claw of a bat, candles, and a teaspoon. I'll go get the teaspoon while you get the rest of the stuff.
Is he joking? Where will we get that stuff?
There are plenty of candles in this room. I'll give you a drawing so you can properly arrange them. As for bats, they are the denizens of this castle, and they love fruit.
Done. Now we must arrange the candles according to the drawing.
Michael, this is ridiculous.
No, sir. Just an average day here in the castle. Now we must catch a bat.
And how exactly are we supposed to do that?
Glenfield said that bats love fruit. We'll lure it in.
Excellent, gentlemen. I can see you're ready. Mr. Rockwell, here's a teaspoon with my blood. Now, cut your arm with the bat's claw. Squeeze out a couple of drops of your blood into the spoon. Warm the blood with a candle.
And now?
Now, slowly pour the blood onto the cut while chanting, "Vampire blood of the right type cuts down on the number of corpses."
What a cute mantra.
Vampire blood of the right type cuts down on the number of corpses. Vampire blood of the right type cuts down on the number of corpses. Vampire blood of the right type cuts down on the number of corpses.
That's enough. That's it. Mr. Rockwell is a vampire now.
All he needs now is a certificate.
It's true. I'm starting to feel different. But where did this ridiculous ritual come from?
I'd guess Glenfield read about it on the internet.
Well, we could have just mixed my blood with Mr. Rockwell's, but this was far more interesting. Wasn't it, sir? Welcome to Malgrey, Mr. Rockwell.
Did it really work?
Are you leaving already?
Yes, the heir's been found. Mr. Rockwell's become a vampire. Everyone's happy.
I'd like to read your fortune.
Another round of magic solitaire?
Yes, but this one will tell you your future.
Well, the cards didn't lie. It all came true. A month later, I became chairman of the board of directors. A year later, I got married and got a St. Bernard puppy.
I left the castle and I'm trying to lead a normal life among normal people. I work the night shift at a morgue. The job's boring, but my colleagues are great.
I was cured. I retired and moved to Malgrey. Glenfield gave me the guest house and a small piece of land. You should have seen the cabbage I grew last autumn.
After my visit to Malgrey, I became more careful about meeting people online. I received a letter from Mr. Rockwell the other day. He'd like me to visit him.
My life hasn't really changed in the last 100 years. Although there's been talk of getting a high-speed internet connection here at Malgrey.
I decided to set up a business and open a golf club here at Malgrey. I'm not doing that well so far. Still can't design the perfect golf course.
Since Rockwell's arrival, there's been more work, but the wages haven't changed. I'm just sick of it all. I'm looking for another position elsewhere. Do you by any chance need a highly recommended maid?